Once there was a man named Bob who decided to take up gardening. He bought all the tools, seeds, and soil. But when he went to plant his first batch of tomatoes, he realized he didn't know anything about gardening at all. So he called up his neighbor, who was a seasoned gardener, and asked for advice. The neighbor said, "Bob, it's simple. Just dig a hole, plant the seed, and water it. But don't overwater it, or the plants might drown." Bob thought about it for a moment and said, "Okay, that's easy enough. But how do I stop them from drowning?" The neighbor, a little confused, replied, "Well, Bob, the plants don't actually drown. You just need to make sure the soil drains well." Bob paused again and said, "Got it. So I'll dig a hole, plant the seed, water it, and then make sure the soil doesn't drown." The neighbor sighed and said, "Bob, maybe you should just read a book on gardening first." Bob replied, "No, I'm going to figure it out the hard way. Besides, how hard can it be? It's just dirt, right?" A week later, Bob came over to the neighbor's house, holding a bucket of muddy water. "I followed your advice," he said, "but it's still not working. I think the plants are still drowning." The neighbor blinked in disbelief, and after a long pause, he said, "Bob, you're watering your tomatoes with a bucket of soup." Bob looked at the neighbor and shrugged. "Well, I figured a little seasoning wouldn't hurt, right?"